Well, I hope you're ready for a pretty intense video this week. We've got crazy fires in Oregon. We got hazardous smoke everywhere. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my police story and why Lion's in prison. I know, you've been waiting for it. We're going to touch on it. We're not going to tell you the whole thing now. And I got some really cute footage of Madison with a squirrel. So I'm sitting in the car right now. I'm about to go in the grocery store and deal with this hazardous smoke and all of the coronavirus and all the craziness. But okay, let's get started. Well, I wasn't planning on filming right now, but I just walked outside my house and it's really weird. It's windy and it's hot and you can smell smoke and you can see it in the air, like the darkness. I was thinking about stopping at the store, but now I'm like, no. It just seems a little strange right now. Can you hear that? Oh. Look at this. I don't know if it's coming out well. It's completely, it looks like clouds. It's not, it's smoke. It's like dark brown. Madison, there's smoke out there. It's smoky outside.
They can't even see the fires for all the smoke. Let's talk about the conditions with our Chief Meteorologist for Tasha's demo. Tasha?
Okay, so Travis, we've been talking away. Of course, this is not the Dallas, this is actually Atlanta. And
Madison, you see that squirrel over there? What? You see something? You see something over there? Oh, it's that squirrel I told you about. He's over there. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he sees Madison. Hear him? See that? It's because he sees Madison. One time, I saw Madison, where'd she go? In the window, watching a squirrel, and they were waving their tails at each other, talking with tails. I know it sounds silly, but I saw it happen. Madison, you see him? He's talking to you. Madison, he's talking to you. Better get your tail. Just wave your tail at him. Man, wave your tail. So I got another face mask. Let's see, it's like this. I know it looks like Louis Vuitton, but it's not. It has a butterfly in it, and they don't have butterflies, see? And I woke up to this golden light coming in the house, even in the bedroom. This is not normal, okay? This is because of all of the smoke out here. It looks foggy, but it's smoke. And today is September 11th, 2020, and we have the worst air quality in the world right now. In the house that I live in, where I live, I don't think the fires are going to reach me. I'm too in the middle of the city, I think, for that to even happen, but I'm not gonna say that it's impossible. My parents' house, which is about 30-40 minutes away from where I live, it's in the zone where it could happen. It's not likely, but it could. And they live under a lot of big trees. So there's been a lot of evacuations. A lot of people have already lost their homes. Now that's not really normal for Oregon. We don't really see this here. If you've been following me, you know about Lion, and he's in prison. And he is in Oregon State Penitentiary, which is in Salem, which is probably about an hour or so away from where I am. And they've done evacuations at the prisons. And I don't know where they've put them or what they're doing, but I know it's bad because I haven't heard from him in 5 days. And we talk every day. You know, people keep saying, is this the end of the world? Is this the end of the world? I mean, what does the end of the world look like? And there's a very eerie feeling.
Okay, it's chaotic. Oregon Department of Corrections does not know what the fuck it's doing. I mean, they've brought institutions from all over the little, Salem area into our facility, and we were just kept on lockdown for multiple days. We went 4 days without a fucking shower. Just yesterday, they were able to let us go take showers or whatnot. They haven't been feeding us. The schedule has been so just out of control. It's outrageous.
I think that they thought the other places might catch on fire, so they had to evacuate them.
I mean, I assume so, and I understand it's an extraordinary situation, and you got to try to, do whatever you can do to, save lives and whatnot. But what they weren't understanding is you're putting all these people into this one small institution, and people have keep separates. People, there's people at other prisons that have, snitched or told on people or whatever, then got people, life sentences and 20-year sentences, and so as soon as those people see them, there's no way that they're not going after them. So when they first brought everybody over here, there was fight after fight after fight after fight, just all fucking day long. It was outrageous.
Yeah.
And
Well, how did they have enough room for everybody? They couldn't all be in cells.
They didn't have enough room. They got people out in our little. We got a barn on the yard that where we go in when it's raining or whatever, and they got tables, and then we got an inside basketball court. So they just brought mattresses out there and have everybody just fucking camping out, just laid out like a shelter.
Oh. So everyone's laid out on the floors.
It's crazy. It's been outrageous. We still worried about COVID, and now they have 3 other prisons packed into this little fucking ass prison. And I mean, you can't do no social distancing. So, and you don't know what was going on at these other prisons, and now we're all cross-contaminating, and it's just a shit show.
Did you tell them that you could get picked up and you could lighten the load for them?
Definitely. Come rescue me.
I know I have been holding out on you on telling my police story and what happened that night with the SWAT team and why Lion's in prison. It's just because so many things needed to be figured out and completed before I can do that. And that night is one of the worst nights of my life. It has really destroyed my life. Washington County here in Oregon is absolutely awful. It's pretty much like get you for all they can type thing. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Only because I showed you a little of the footage from that night. It was just like a scene out of a movie. You wouldn't even believe it. Like, I can't even believe it. And that night has destroyed so much of my future. He's in prison for an assault 2 charge. And here in Oregon, that's a measure 11, which means it's a minimum of 6 years. And yeah. And then it kind of goes into the whole black thing. Well, did they find him guilty because he was black, or because he's a professional boxer, or just because they could? Short story about it. I had just had a great loss in my life, and I'll tell you about that in another video. And so we both are having a hard time with that. And then there's a bar right across the street from where I live, and he invited some strangers over. Now he knows how I feel about strangers coming to the house. So ever since my car was stolen because he invited a stranger over to the house, I've always been like, do not bring anyone to the house. He knew this. And I was in bed upstairs sleeping, and he had gone to the bar, and then I was woken up to voices downstairs that I didn't recognize. So I went downstairs because I don't know if you know the layout of my house. It's a 3-story townhouse. My bedroom's on the top floor. The middle floor is like the kitchen, living room. Then there's a staircase that goes down to the garage, and then there's the front door. Okay. So I heard the voices in the kitchen. I came down. I said, look, I don't know you guys. Can you please leave? They got really angry with me, and they were clearly drunk or on drugs or whatever they were doing. And then they all started going down the staircase into the garage. Then I said, okay, well, you need to leave. And then there was a lot of yelling. A drink was thrown. I went back up into the house, and I heard one set of footsteps coming up the stairs, which I thought was Lion. Then I see it's not Lion, it's a guy I don't know, and he says, I locked the door. And then he starts coming towards me, and my first thought is, oh, I'm going to get sexually assaulted. And I have been sexually assaulted a lot in my life. And I've learned from those experiences that if you hesitate when you have that gut feeling that's gonna happen, that hesitation allows it to happen. So I started yelling, and I started waving my hands going, get away from me, get away from me. Lion heard me screaming, and then he started pounding on the garage door. And I look at the guy like, what do you think you're doing? And why do I need to keep telling you to leave my house? I mean, to me, it's like if you're a stranger in somebody else's house, how many times do you need to be told to leave? I only need to be told once. But apparently other people don't see it that way. So the guy got nervous because I was screaming at him to get out. And then he went and opened the door where Lion was, and Lion thought I was being hurt, so he punched the guy in the face. And you know, the most ridiculous thing of this situation is that the police and the DA don't believe the door was locked, which is absolutely insane. Because if the door wasn't locked, he would have came straight up the stairs and nobody would have been punched in the face. Simple as that. But the result of it is I get in trouble because I asked for a search warrant to enter my house. And then Lion gets in trouble because he hit the guy because the guy locked him in the garage. You tell me if that makes sense. It's like the police came in and broke up my relationship. And now we have all this other craziness going on. And I wish I had a great, happy story for you, but I just don't. That just is what it is. And, So the air quality is so bad here in Oregon that they are actually having us pump our own gas, and they don't allow you to pump your own gas in Oregon. So the guy had to come and show me how to do it. It's just, everything's weird, what can I say? Look at it out here. Okay, I did it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to wear the mask for the air quality and the virus. So, Okay. Well, I was definitely not planning to tell that story today. At all. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow, I guess. And I don't want you to think that I just told you everything right then and there, because I'm going to make a big video that gets very deep and shares a lot of personal stuff when the time is right. But I thought I would just give you a little teaser and a little, you know, I don't know where life's headed. And if for some reason I am not able to post a video in case things get really crazy, like this house burns down or something, I wanted to at least leave you with that. Well, I hope you are doing okay. I hope you are handling the craziness and the madness the best you can. And always have patience with people, because you never know what they're going through, because we are all going through something. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, because you know you got to do that if you want me to keep making these videos, right? All right, wild animals. I will see you next time.